Good day, everybody. Brian here from quantlabsnet.com. It's a video from somebody within one of my meetup groups here in Toronto, local. He sent me a message. Could be probably pertaining to my webinar or meeting, or yeah, meeting I'm having next week with at Mumu Financial in Toronto, Canada. I'll send out details on that for people who are interested and are on my email list. Okay, so this can pertain to anybody. He asked, thank you for doing this. I'm presently a day and swing trader using interactive brokers and Python, NinjaTrader, platform C Sharp. I don't have a lot of knowledge of coding. I want to get the proper direction to learn, but it's probably better sharing my goal with you as you may be able to steer me correctly. That's usually a good first way to start out on. As a day trader, I'm trying to code some indicators into trading platforms. The languages used are both Python and or C Sharp. Both that I'm not proficient with, I know want to learn to attain, and it's simply logic. I just need to hook up with coders that will be able to steer me correctly. I will be willing to share my approach to the charts as I know it can be profitable. Ultimately, I'm trying to code protected directional entries. All right. So first thing is broker doesn't really matter, to be truthful. Platform doesn't matter. And here's the thing that I would say right now as a day trader, day trading's hard. Let's get it out there. Um, and if you're day trading on hunches from the gut, or because you talk to cousin Johnny, or you see Mr. Buy 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 Sell 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 Jim Cramer on CNBC, it's not a predictable way to trade. All right. Um, it's like basically uh, taking a whiz in the wind, and hopefully the wind's in the right direction so you don't get whizzed on yourself. It's the same idea. You need to go in with as much predictability, as much data to have, and as you've seen with AI now and being able to trade with what I've shown in my last video, um, you can get away with a lot of approaches. AI does make life a lot easier without needing to be a proficient coder. I do think that AI will get more complicated, um, and there's no easy result with that. Because the more data you provide the AI, the better the results, but you can only provide so much before it starts to hallucinate on you. So the question comes down to what's the best approach? Without a doubt, I would not be trading as a day trader. I would be trying to reduce your risk and be able to use the automation or the code generated by the AI. Um, but there's a right and a wrong way. Trading platforms, how you define a trading platform, I mean, is NinjaTrader a trading platform? Yes. Is MotoWave that I've used a trading platform? Same with TradingView. Uh, but then on the other hand, I've just put up a so-called pricing engine, and they call that a trading platform as well. And that's very specific for today and projecting out for the next month on specific instruments and what type of strategy to use. And as I said, I'll showcase that. That's how I'm seeing the world evolving as this AI moves out. When you know how to properly prompt AI, meaning you want to reduce your risk, showcase your um, historical drawdowns, annual, however long period of time on volatility, you over time start to know how to reduce that risk and be able to project on that. And as I've shown before as well, with back testing capabilities coming out of the AI. So obviously it depends upon what LLM you use and how you prompt it. But the goal here is to be able to generate code, and I think Python's the easiest to work with. You can also do PineScript as well for TradingView, um, but with Python, you just get more capabilities with it. Now, he's also saying here, um, being able to code out indicators. Now, that's another thing with the markets. The markets are expected to get very volatile. So if you develop a so-called indicator that is meant to be that you can use in a static in a static way, meaning ignoring all the major random dynamics of the market with the crazy volatility, that indicator is not going to be very useful for you. So you have to be able to trade and generate code for what you see in the markets, be it whatever asset class, and be able to predict that and generate coding strategies uh, that the AI can suggest for you. You've seen the ones that I put out: arbitrage, directional long, things like that. And then that's one of the reasons why I'm moving into futures and options, because you have more opportunity there with better data for forecasting and da da da. And with the micros, it enables you to trade realistically, but at a very low risk level. As I said, as you get better at it, you can um, scale up your trading positions. So the position sizes can get bigger as you get more confident in being able to generate more profit. So that's a general consensus I can come up with in the mid year of 2025, because as I said, this year has radically changed pretty well everything we do in terms of algorithmic trading with AI, using AI, and now being able to find ways to reduce risk, to reduce your drawdown, and this is all for forecasted drawdown as well, and be able to choose trending instruments or assets. You don't have to beat the market here. You just want to be able to get a decent return of maybe 7-8%. And again, because you're using futures and options, you have better ways to forecast, because you're using things like option chain data that predicts the future. Can go out as far as a year and a half if you know how to prompt it and work with it. So that's why I like options and futures. And again, I have a whole course on that to use the fundamental. So let's continue along. I'm pretty sure I'm just blabbing here. Doesn't help, but I just hope it. A lot of people are going to be in this situation. So here it says the languages used are Python and or C sharp. I'm not proficient with what I know and what I want to attain, and it's simple logic. I just need to hook up with coders that will be able to steer me correctly. I will freely share my approach in the charts, as I know it can be profitable. I'm trying to code protected directional entries. Yeah, I do that as well with the right strategies, the right market conditions, and as I said, using the major metrics, including volatility and drawdown, and at the same time, just allowing the AI to generate the historical backtest for you to see if there's momentum going forward in those instruments. I've also talked about the reasons why I like options and futures with the low risk micros that are available. Now, in terms of um, you know elevating your knowledge in coding, I think, as I've shown before, I've got multiple projects in there. It's all generated by AI now. And I think it can be right and wrong based upon market conditions and the timing of it. So you can learn from that. And what I'm talking about is my Quant Leap program. And that's my whole point of being able to build out a community of people, uh, like-minded algo traders, and share coding topics, and just be able to share experiences on the trading front. Because there's not a lot of communities out there. Um, it's just a bunch of followers, and which is fine. But you want people that have skin in the game, meaning live money, and will gladly share their pain. So that's what I'm building out with my Quant Elite program. If you want to know more, just get in touch with me. And in terms of the approach, there's really not a right or wrong approach. It's more like a profitable and unprofitable approach. It's one thing to be profitable here and there. What we're after is the techniques I'm using is to be profitable consistently. That's what we're after. That's the right approach, which is very difficult. But as I said, as you get more involved with it, more uh, analyzing, your confidence will go up. This is not something you can learn overnight. This takes kind of months, but with the AI, it does put you ahead a lot farther than the old school way of, Python and back testing and then why isn't it working? And then once you get to that point, then you have to figure out uh, to put live money on it, trade it, and by the time whatever your trading idea is long gone. So that's a experience for a lot of people. With the AI, you can be more responsive. So this is the way I'm doing it. And to summarize, if you want to know more about what I'm doing, just join my email list at quantlabsnet.com. Join that, engage with it. It's really important, very important. Engage with it and show your initiative because if you want these careers, you need to have that. And you have to rise above everybody else because with Nihar we had last week on interviews, he did say applications now are getting up to about 20,000 applications per job. Not 2,000, not 3,000 applications. That alone, the odds are like um, we're going into the 20,000 now globally. So the competition is beyond fierce. It's next to impossible. So there's the self-employed route. And that's what we're building out here. Even if you're trying to still get into the career end of things, basically, you still got to learn about the jobs, learn about the interviews, learn about everything. But the highest thing to know is trading experience, trading knowledge always trumps the math and the computer science. Always. I don't care who you talk to. If you want to have a real long-term career going beyond 45, let's say, to get into the really good paying jobs in the millions of dollars, like I said, at £9,500 or US dollars in London as a managing director on average at Goldman Sachs. Yeah, you got to be very experienced. And truthfully, the only thing that gets you there is your track record, which means your trading experience and knowing your track record and being, as I said, consistently profitable. That is the number one goal in all of this, career or not. And that's it. So if you want to know more, join uh, my email list. I'll have it in the description or my blog or wherever, how you ever find this video. And we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.